learning Power BI from basic, connecting data to data cleaning, and from cleaning to modeling to DAX and visualization. The journey has been very interesting, although, like I was saying, most of us did not do the practical aspect of the class. Deliberately, this week we didn't give any assignment. Can you mute, please? Someone mute. Deliberately, we did not give any assignment for the week so that we can concentrate on building our first dashboard. So I want everybody to have enough time to be able to build the, but fortunately, I think less than, let's say almost like 10% of the people in the class, in the remaining class. After we remove the redundancy, the people who are somehow redundant in the class, they are not redundancy as a person, but in the class, they are not active. So after removing those who are not active in the class, I would say that those who did the classwork, they are just like 10%, like about 5 or 6 people out of 50 something there, the class about 55 or so in the class. That's not encouraging at all. That's not encouraging. What we want is a class of people who are active, who are willing to learn, and who have time. If you remember the form we roll out when we are registering, we ask, can you devote up to like 5 hours in a week? Because it's a journey that needs time. I forgot the name of the person who said that it was while she was working on the project that she discovered that she has not mastered the data modeling very well. Yes. Sometimes you think you will know it. It is when you practice that you discover your lapses. And that will now push you to do more, to learn more. We can't learn data analysis finish in class. We can't learn Power BI finish in class. If we use 2 months, you can't finish it. You have enough knowledge to kick-start our career, but we cannot finish it. 1 year, 2 years, 5 years down the line, you will still be improving on it. But you can only improve when you do. You improve by doing. It is not by watching video. It's not by reading blog or reading textbook. No. We have to keep our hands dirty in dirty data. Put your hand in data, dirty one. Clean them. Get your hand dirty with data. That is when we can actually become you. That is where we can become professional. There are a lot of challenges along the way, which is expected. We expect challenges, which is part of the journey. It's expected that we experience that. So it's not new. But if you cannot afford to give little time for data analysis, learning, or training, by the time we finish the class, you keep postponing, I will. If you don't have time now, that I will might end up becoming one of those training. Later I just become, I attended one training, then that is the end of the whole thing. And that is not what I want. I want people who we train, who can be our ambassador. We see that we are happy. Okay, they are doing fine. That is it. And that is what we actually wanted from everyone. So I want to appeal once again, this 1 week that is left is still enough for us to learn everything we've done from inception. That is from the day one of this class. For those you know, this kind of knowledge, we know the amount of money we can spend to acquire it. And with videos, short videos, sometimes you get confused. Nobody to talk to. When you talk, you wait for response, or you go and ask questions in the community. When people who will not even listen to you or who will not respond to you. Okay, so now we have the opportunity of learning it here, like almost like free, almost like free, like free. So don't let us waste the opportunity. The joy that we have is that we are learning, we are impacting, and we want to see that impactment in everyone. So thank you very much. So now, the last class, we learned some basic DAX. We wrote some DAX functions. And from what we have in the class, I can see that so many of our colleagues did well. And some went as much as doing, in fact, even better charts than we do in class. A minute, please. Don't let me know what you do in class. Ask him, he did the assignment. Somebody is asking. Don't know what you do in class. Ask him if he did the assignment. It's not because they take for recording. The assignment, not recording. It's like the document. So you can't do the assignment. Yeah. You will get the recording. Because recording is, for recording is very recording. For the fact, you have to do assignment to come back to class. Let me know. Okay, so and I want to even show, I want to share that is the opportunity to see the message of that. A minute, let me read this. I want to share something from what people did. That's very good. So you can see what people did. This is more than what I did. Yes, not perfect, but very good job. Yes. So let's comment on this post. Let's comment on this. Let's support person. This comment and even reshare too. Okay. Did anything also? Okay. So you can see what he did. And I think other people, yeah, can see what they did. This is not exactly what I did. So it means that they were able to think outside the box and they do something very good. So I must appreciate that. So now let's go back to the base class. So before we move on, does anybody have any question on the last year class? Any question? Before we move on, is there any pending question that we've not answered, or we have a question that require answer?
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Again. I'm sorry, my
Good
background is a
morning.
bit noisy.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. I'm so sorry, my background is so noisy, but let me just quickly say this. That last week class, I honestly, I was the one who said that dashboard. Like, I realized I didn't understand relationship. We summarize like the steps we can take to in order to build a dashboard and visuals. Like, okay, can you just recap on it and give a summary? Because I really was confused when I worked on it. Thank you.
Okay, madam. I wouldn't want to go back to that. I sent a video to you already on the group. Check on that video. I think it should help. That should add to what we learn in class. It's somehow similar, but I think you can you can hear it from another perspective. It's still my video too.
Yeah, I'm just asking for something there, just like a summary. Okay, like a summary. It doesn't have to be like a
Okay,
long.
okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Thank you. Any other person with any question?
I hope you're not talking.
Okay. Now you see that we have about 8 different tables here that we brought in. We have this table, calendar, product, sales, customer, territory, and return. These are 8 tables that we have them separately in different tables. Look at them from here. We have them separately. Calendar table, customer table, product table, category table, product again, return table, sales table, and territory table. So this was the last one we did while we were, let me remove this. Just use this one to explain to somebody. Yeah. So all these tables, they are standalone tables, all of them. They are standing alone, but they are related. They are independent. Each one is standing independently, but in one way or the other, they are related. This sales table has something to do with this customer. The sales table here has something to do with product. Sales table here has to do with calendar, and it has to do with the territory here. This sales table has something to do with all these people I pointed to. Customer, territory, that is, we can see the country where they are buying from. We have to see the product they bought and the date which they buy product from us. So all these are related to these sales. Now, how do we now configure this relationship to ensure that sales understand everything in this customer table? That is where we create relationship. So I'm going to delete the relationship now, delete this relationship. Now, we want to relate these two tables together. What makes them to be related? Customer table and sales table. Is there any relationship between two of them? Can somebody tell me what makes them to be related? Their relative, their family. What is the binding columns that make them to interact?
Customer key.
Customer key. Okay, so what means is that when we type customer, when we click on any customer key here, we can get information about that customer from here. That is it. Any customer we select here, that customer key here will tell us who the customer is, the birth date of the customer card, the customer name, anything about customer, you can get it by just getting this key. So now we are going to finish between them now. I will drag this to this place. By doing that, they are related. We have created a relationship between them. That is that. The second thing is that if you look at this relationship, we have one here, we have asterisk here. We explain that to mean what? One to many. It means that in this table, customer key is unique. One key per row, which means that you cannot have customer key repeated twice here. It means it has to appear once. And we call it primary key to this table. The same key in this place can appear more than 1,000 times. The customer can be buying everything every day from us. The same customer can buy more than 100 times, 1,000 times, but his name will appear once here as a customer. It's just a single customer. Even if he buys like 100 times, it's a single customer. So it's going to appear once there, but appear many times there. That's why we have it as one to many. Then the third thing again is that this relationship we have there, we can also manage it. We can edit or whatever by using this manage button or by right clicking this and you can double click on this of the property also will work. Click on the property. So where we can see relationship between them. If assuming we drag something on the wrong side, we can come here and correct it. Select the right column and the right column, and you can now say it's many to one to many, which I said that the most important the most useful two relationship here is many to one and one to many. These are the most important things there. Anything after that, the other two there, one to one can be confusing. Many to many can be confusing. Many is used by people who are experts and they have to force relationship at the point. So when you have something like that, I also explain that what you do is that, for example, now we have calendar dates here, and we have 2 dates here, order date and I think stock date also. We have order date and the stock date. Assume you want to use this date on 2 of them. Want to use this date, it means that you are going to create another one here. And if you do that, one will be active, one will be inactive. But at the point of use, we can make this one active. We want to use it, and the other one will become inactive. But doing that, make this active and it's okay. So by doing that, unless we are expert, it will be causing confusion. So what you do is you create another table. You can create another table. You can name it stock calendar, order calendar, so that you can have the calendar, 2 different calendar pointing to 2 different columns from that table. Is that clear now? So it's not advisable to create 2 relationships between 2 tables. A single table, 2 relationships between 2 of them. No, it's not that advisable, and it's not even good. So that is that. I think I've covered everything about what we did on this relationship thing. Is that clear now? Any other question?
Yes, that's my
okay. Good.
Another
now,
sorry.
I didn't hear you right. I didn't hear you clearly. Your audio is not.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yes, better now.
Can you hear me now, sir? My background was noisy.
Yes.
Can you hear me, sir?
Better now. Better.
That visualization, the map there. I tried to work with the map, but it was giving me, I don't know, like I had to go to the setting. So I went to the setting and I activated it and it still did not work. That's for the map. I was trying to get visualization for map for territories. It didn't come up.
It happens like that sometimes.
I don't know if you got that, sir.
Yeah, I get you. It depends on the, I think it works with Microsoft Edge. Yeah. Map works with Microsoft Edge. So sometimes it has issue too. I also experienced that. And I've done so many settings. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not work. So I don't know what to do about that. Unless maybe you update your Edge or other things. It works directly with Edge. It depends on the setting. There is a particular setting on your Microsoft Edge. I think that is what actually caused that. So that is what I can say on the issue of the map visual. Okay, now let's quickly go back to, let's continue our class on DAX formula. We learned how to create using total sum to create total step. We've learned how to use counts. We've learned how to use count to create
Mr. Kim,
customer.
sorry. Mr. Kim, sorry. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Please, yes, please, I have a suggestion in regards to this recording on your mouse. Okay. I was not in class. I was not in class last week. I was able to get the video. So when I was watching the video to study, yes, I discovered even when you are talking, your mouse, I will not be looking for the right place to click it. Do you understand? The thing, it really took me time to be able to get it. So is there any way we can adjust this mouse for easier?
Okay, yes, okay.
Is there any way it can be adjusted, please?
Okay.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Let me do that. Thank you for that translation. What about now? Is it okay? Is it better now?
Can you move the mouse?
I'm moving it.
Yes, but sir, is it? Yes, I can see. But is there any way it can be changed as in the color of the mouse? Is it possible?
It's
or
a
bigger?
Right?
Yes, I can see it. Actually, I can see it now. I hope it will go. Okay.
Okay, let me change it to something like red or pink.
Yes, yes, red will be better.
Okay. Something more unique and so that it won't be complete with the background.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for that observation. It helps me to see the screen better. What about now? Okay, let me check something also.
I think it's actually the color, yeah. If we can increase it a bit, or it's better than that white.
Let me see if there's a way to also make impact so that you know exactly where I click. So that when I click, you can see exactly where I click.
It's better. I think it's better. Maybe we can continue with this. Yes, it's better. It's better.
Okay. So when I click, you know exactly where my contact is. Any point.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, thank you very much for that information. Okay, so now we are going back to our DAX function. I was explaining that we learn how to use sum. We learn how to use count rows. Something that requires summation, we know how to use summation. How do we do that? Equals to click on new measure, and we have equals to sum. Then you pass in the column. Any column you want to add, you just add. Change this measure name to what? The example we have that day, we have let's use total quantity return. Total return. Total return. How do we get total return here? Sum. So, what are we summing? Who can tell what I want to sum?
Returns.
I'm going to add returns. Return what? What are we adding from return? Return what? Quantity. Exactly. This is how you can have the summation of total return and close the bracket. That is as simple as that. What you are summing in Power BI works with columns. It doesn't work with rows. You cannot sum by row. You can only sum by what? By a column. Everything you are going to do in Power BI is based on the column. You can see me now. So I'm going to work on column, not on row. And I remember in one of our cleaning, guys, the reason we have to change orientation. We have to transpose it from landscape to portrait so that we can have the header and the top. So that is that. We also learn how to do counting too. We count, which we use count on that day. Now, let's see from the number of total customer we have. We have total customer. How many customers did we have that day? Let me check here. Let's bring the card